What's up, guys? I'm Tara with Tara Simon Studios, and today, for the first time, I'm reacting to Brass Against. This is the Ozzy Osbourne No More Tears cover. I've saved it for you. I'm very excited. We're heavy horns today, guys. Let's do it. Starting off strong with that brass. Yes. Oh. Yes. Listen to that slide on the guitar. Yes. Woo! Love the distortion. It's a very interesting mix, distortion with that big of a horn section. This is a very interesting collective, by the way. They were formed in 2017. What a theme. Yes. Oh! This is Morgan James singing right now. Okay, I love already. Blink of an eye. I love her mouth placement there, and I love the rasp and a little bit of that grit that she got on that eye from that really nice forward placement. Man, her voice is powerful already, isn't it? Calm, very, very rock right there. Very rock placement of that cup. Same on dark. Yes, come on, trombone. Your mama told you that you're not supposed to talk to strangers. Okay, I don't know if you're hearing it in her voice. I'm definitely hearing rock. I'm also hearing soul because of the volume and the depth, the thickness of her belt. But because she's so animated and I'm hearing some really great forward placements that are peeking out of that depth, I also hear a little bit of musical theater. Let's keep listening. Oh, I love that slide up. Okay, do you think your life's in danger? That part and the forward placement of the yeah, definitely. Listen. Yes. And that straight tone into vibrato, yes. Now I was playing with you guys a little bit so that you could just blow up my comments and be like, did you know that blah, 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 didn't you know? Yes, I know that Morgan has a theatrical background from Juilliard. I was just waiting to see how many of you would comment. Just giving you guys a little chance to write your stuff in the comments, as I know you love to do. No more tears. I love someone who has a theatrical background, by the way, because they are not afraid to use their body, their facial expressions, and it helps the voice. Another day passes as the night closes in. Great such placement on that. Great E. Ian. The red light goes on to say it's time to begin. Ian. She's really moving those vowels out. It's a great tribute to Ozzy, by the way. Great way, singers that are watching, to add intensity of emotion to a line. When you have an opportunity to cry at the beginning of a word, take it. Lots of opportunity when you see a C and an A like this, ka or ta, anything that has a consonant and then a big open vowel is your opportunity. It's your flashing sign to cry if you need to. Kenny, so good. If you didn't do that, it would still be fine. It would just sound like Kenny. It doesn't have that to it like the cry does. I close. Ooh. Okay, we don't say tias when we speak, but we definitely do need to say tias when we sing, especially here when you're trying to emphasize intensity. Now, I want to go back real quick and I want to listen to how she is producing the vocals here and break it down because there's a lot to cover. Right there, even just close. How do you do that? Do that. Like you got a hairball. Close. You don't even actually have to sing. It's more breath and closure epiglottally than it is anything. Close. And then you sing on the word close more than you sing on the word I. It's very powerful choice, and it's a little like weird feeling if you don't practice it before, because you're like, wait, I'm not singing anymore. No, you're not for a split second, you're not, but then as soon as you get to close, you are. So it's excusable and it's actually warranted because you're really getting emotion out. I close instead of I close. Do you hear the difference? Like, this is the difference between being a singer who sounds great and nice and being an artist who like pulls emotion out of you while also sounding great. Okay, to and sound. To hear the sound. This is definitely musical theater training here. The purity of vowels and the complete lengthening of your jaw, very musical theater, because you have to project. Yes, you're mic'd in a theater, but live performance in musical theater demands great vowel production of you. Now, I'm not saying that other genres don't, but as someone who's been trained in multiple genres and musical theater, I will say that to me, my experiences, they're very, very bullish. They're very heavy on the purity of vowel placement, the execution of it, and making sure that you are maximizing every ounce of space that the good Lord gave you from your particular jaw anatomy. And she is doing that here. To here. It's really, really long, really beautiful, and again, adds such great emotional intensity. Let's listen for it and now watch her as she does it. Here it is. Sound. Yes. Man, this is the cover I never knew I needed of this song. No more. I love that. That's very soul of her. Yes. Hello, violin. I love you so much. This is like a reinvention of the song, actually. It's like beyond a tribute. Oh, what a transition. Oh my gosh. I want to stop and say something, but I'm not gonna yet. The suspense, the change of meter and dynamic makes me feel like I need to whisper to you guys. I just got a Queen vibe. I just caught a Queen vibe real quick. Like a Bohemian Rhapsody Queen vibe. Oh, wow. Such amazing instrumentalists here, guys. It's top notch. Oh my gosh! I'm obsessed with the instrumentalists. They're so good. Wow. So the way that they got out of the original theme, went into that, and then came out of it again. Guys, do you understand how much synchronicity it takes for that large of a band while recording? Like, this is a live recording, I believe, to sync up and gain speed in real time and get back. Like, that takes rehearsal, that takes feeling. You're like making eye contact, feeling that as you go. It's so brilliant. That was so good. Come on, play that fiddle. Like, oh my gosh, he's playing it like an electric guitar. Oh, did you hear that fall off? That would like I lost my words. Wait, we gotta listen to that again. What is that? Maz Swift is who's playing right now. Bro, you crushed. Dang. Like, I don't know. Okay, yeah. So I was gonna say, I don't know like who compliments who more. I think it's an equality here. So something that I love so much about Morgan is that this song is not range-wise hard for her, but she still manages to really put in the intensity, even if it's like more mid-range for her, which is difficult, especially for female singers, to get that punch, that intensity out. She's really working all of her emotional reservoirs to evoke this sound. And I believe firmly, especially after listening to the instrumental section, that they're doing the same. Like, you know, oftentimes musicians can hide behind their instrument, but I don't feel like these guys are at all. I really feel like they're showing up so big behind each of their instruments and making them emotionally as rich as she is. And I feel like there's this beautiful symbiosis of song commitment that's going on here. That emotional commitment from both sides, vocal and instrumental, is really what's taking this from a cover and, to me, classifying and categorizing it as a tribute. This is really an amazing piece of work. And I love covers that are so reimagined that it's like, how have I never thought to need to hear it like this? That's my favorite, when I'm like, this is literally what I never knew I needed. But wow, when I hear it, it's like, it hits the spot, right? It really hits the spot. And I never would have thought that all of that brass is something that I would need to hear from an Ozzy Osbourne song. Just say goodbye. Love her mouth on by. Love her tone on by. Ah, there's that. Yeah. Yes. Sing it, Morgan. Maybe a kiss before I leave you this way. There's that cry again. Now, you might think she's crying on way, but she's actually crying on the S of this. This way. But it sounds, if you don't slow that down, or if you're not a singer who can do that, you'd be like trying to do it on way. This way. And it's too late. This is like the I and the S cry, and it pays off into the way. So if you're a singer watching this, don't be confused with that. She's actually crying on the this word, not the way word, even if it sounds like she's crying on way. Listen again. Maybe a kiss before I leave you this way. Yeah. And I overdid mine so you could hear it, but hers is a little more understated and I like it. Cold, same thing. And as I said before, if you have a consonant and a vowel, it doesn't have to be a wide open A, it can be an open vowel like an O, and you can still cry, cold. And she did a great job of doing that there. Let's listen. Your lips are so cold, I don't know what else to say. Love the depth and the soul in her voice. Come on. Yes. I have to give a shout out to Mariel Blitzen, I think his last name is Blitzen, trombone. Okay, now I'm thoroughly impressed. What an amazing chest mix note. It was like, I would say if I had to give it a ratio, it was like 80 chest, 20 mix. And she just zipped perfectly up into that next high note. But notice the crowning jewel of the technique. Do you know what it is? What word was it? Was it no, was it more, or was it tears? It was more. No more tears, Ma, because if she sang more, I'm like afraid to even give you that example. No more tea. Oh my gosh, it's so bad. You can't sing an R like that. You just don't want any part of it. I don't want any part of it. I don't want to hear any part of it. She took out the R and respelled it to M-A-H, which kept the space, because what's the rule? Any extreme note, high or low, needs more. Please say it in the comments. Space and support. So if it's an extreme note, you have to change the integrity of the word to be more vowel-ish and less consonant-ish. So you remove the R, put an AH in, and you're off to the races. We're gonna listen to her do that again because it is so important for you guys as singers to know how to do this and execute it correctly. Listen. Love how she's using her. No ma, no ma, no R. And I love how she's using her whole body. Tia. Yes. Ah! Now that's a little atypical. And singers do this. I do it, but I try not to. Her last Tears, she started off with vibrato, but then she moved to straight tone in order to fall off of the note. I'm not a huge fan of that. Again, I've been guilty of doing it before too. Sometimes it's a lack of planning. Sometimes it's your voice being tired or just kind of like going rogue on you, even against your own will. That's happened before to me too. But I do want to note that just so that you know what it sounds like and what exactly it is. So let's listen one more time. See if you can pick up the vibrato that goes to straight tone that falls off on the last Tears. Here. Yeah. Vibrato, straight tone, fall off. Crazy great slide up. Is she gonna go up one more? Yes! Got some pipes on you. Da 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 da. Guys, you crushed it! You so crushed it! What a fun and amazing cover that was. Guys, if you're an Aussie fan, what do you think? Do you love the original? Of course you do, but do you like this cover? Do you like it even better? I don't know. I am so inspired as a singer listening to Morgan. I think she did a stellar job, both emotionally, contextually, and making it her own as a cover, and those high notes at the end were crazy. So if you're super inspired and you wanna know what your voice can do, or if you're confused or curious as to anything I said in the breakdown of this video, grab yourself a discounted first vocal lesson. It's online, anywhere in the world you can take it. Click the link in the description box below. My coaches and I are on the other side waiting for you to say yes to yourself. I love you guys so much. I am proud of you, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.